Welcome back to the Naughty Corner, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for another video, and this time we're talking about that Imperial model that everyone needs. In the last year, I've started taking up 40k again, as evident by the stuff that's on this channel, and I've been faction hopping like an absolute nutter. I started with some Space Marines because they were quick and easy, and an airbrush solved a lot of that problem. I then quickly moved to the Adeptus Sororitas because setting stuff on fire just scratches a little bit of an itch there. And when they got errated into the sun and all of the stuff stopped working, I started picking up the other faction that I wanted to play, which was Votann. And, well, it just doesn't end there. At the home of poor decision making, recently I've acquired a lot more boxes for different factions, different armies, including the Imperial Agents and the Emperor's Children. But future videos for that later, when the hype dies down and everyone stops releasing the Lord Cacophonous video. But one thing that I learned in 40k very quickly was that secondary objectives are really key. And not only are the primary, but secondary is really useful to score. And finding out that a thing called uppy downy, for want of a better word, a unit that removes itself from the table and then can enter again the next turn, is really, really useful. And so for that, I have bought and am going to do a quick paint and an overview of how I use the Callous Assassin. Started with a standard grey primer from Colourforge, but any sort of primer you can do will work. I don't usually use a black one just because I like to paint the black on if it's there, but we're actually going to use, again, Army Painter Fanatics to do this. And today we're going to use the darkness into Deep Ocean Blue, then mix it with a little bit of Grey Castle just to give some highlights and definition. As you can see, I can't move my phone out of the line of sight, but all I'm going to do is do an all-over coat of the darkness. This is the new paint from the Blanchitsu set, which is the darkest version of the deep green blues. With the all-over coat done, we're now into the Deep Ocean Blue. We're now doing this on everywhere apart from the absolute recesses, and it'll be hard to see a difference in this. Even I did start with, just because of how close those colours are together in that little triad system. And obviously if the camera switches focus, it doesn't help either. Today's sponsor is Rampage Games, which is actually our little other company that we run, which basically makes token storage and all those things you need to be more efficient at your tabletop game. And speaking of things like containment, I have a habit, and my opponents do as well, of not remembering which units they've done containment with. So what you can do is go onto the Rampage Games website, and they make a full set of Pariah Nexus tokens. And when Chapter Approved 25-26 comes out, if it's out by the time this video comes out, there will be an updated set available to you. This is aids transparency with your opponent, and I think it's really cool, as literally it's even got the action symbol to remind you of what it is you're doing, meaning that when my Caddis Assassin comes down and she tries to do containment, I can just put this token next to her to remind her and my opponent this model is doing containment. It works really well for things like Establish Locus, Cleanse, and Sabotage as well, and I would recommend checking them out because it's my business and I want you to buy things. And with that, the Caddis Assassin is done. I'm really happy with such a quick paint job. It's so simple, but I think it will look effective on the tabletop. Now, obviously, I haven't finished the base, and that's because, one, I hate basing, and two, I don't know how I'm basing my armies of the Imperium stuff and my Imperial agents yet, so I don't want to get ahead of myself and then go, in actual fact, it doesn't suit the basing, because I'm one of those individuals, like probably most of you out there, a little bit OCD, a little bit ADHD, a little bit, and yeah, I want it all to match, which is why I'm also using the Army Painter Fanatics. Let's hope she scores me some points when I start playing some Imperium armies. Until next time, try and beat the backlog and get some models painted. You can probably do it better than me.